2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hey guys, I can't wait to watch these two go at it again. It was an incredible battle first time round, and I think there'll be a few shots fired out here.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to following along with these two. This is a rivalry that could be one for the ages. Can't wait to see what sort of excitement they generate. Well, take us through the approach shot. It's not easy to run the ball onto the green.
It's not. Your approach shot has to come in high and soft with a lot of spin, as there's just not much depth to this green. Not much movement either, fairly flat, although there is a ridge that bisects this green in two. You want to make sure that you're on the correct side of that ridge to have a good opportunity to make the putt.
What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. Well, Rich, that's got to feel good, opening the first with an under-par score.
Making birdie in the first always puts you in a good frame of mood. It'll be fun to watch the round progress.
And with that hole behind them, this player is currently tied for first with Lexi Thompson. Looks to be going with a hybrid here. I'm pretty sure they had their sights set on hitting the green there.
Missing it short there, they will definitely be upset.
Beautiful shot.
Chip in for birdie. That's always a nice feeling.
Well, that's worth reviewing. Let's roll the videotape.
Great feel, great judge, great speed. Yeah, I like this.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Oh, that's clutch. What a way to save your par. And that'll be a big boost to his standings on the leaderboard. Rich, the first exposure to the famous lake here at Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge is the third.
There's a lot of intimidating tee shots on this golf course, Luke. This could be number one. Water down the left-hand side you obviously want no part of, but if you miss it right in the rough, that is very gnarly and nasty to come out of. The green works away from the player, moving from right to left. The miss is out to the right, but watch out. It's awfully quick coming down that green. Don't chip it or putt it in the water.
Going with the pitching wedge here.
This needs just a little work to the left-hand side.
That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted. If he makes this, he'll save his par. Like the look of this one. That was a gallant attempt. Just 3 feet to the cup. Well, the leader giving a little hope for the rest of the field there as they put down a bogey on the scorecard. The first of the par fives, Rich, the fourth hole.
Yes, Luke, you got out of bounds on the right-hand side that shouldn't come into play for the players, but those bunkers down the left-hand side certainly will. If you get a good tee shot away and you find the fairway, the second shot uphill to this par 5, you can reach, but still lots of trouble lurking around this green.
Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you?
That dog will hunt.
Getting ready to play their third. He shares the lead. A birdie putt awaits. You know, it's not if you make bogeys, it's how you respond. Well done. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. Why don't we catch up with Ricky Fowler? And after that effort, that's how it looks. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. The 5th at Bay Hill is the shortest par 4 on the front 9, measuring just under 400 yards, Ridge. Placement off the tee, critical here.
It is. It plays straight downhill the entire way, so most players not taking driver out and challenging those bunkers. Lay up short of those, and you'll have a short shot to a green that once again chases away from you at the back end of it.
That's heading into the rough, I think. Let's take another look at Tiger from earlier. Here's a great shot from our player currently in second.
He's a sharp shooter from short range, isn't he?
Oh, that's a beauty. How about holding that one? Still a chance to attack this hole from the first cut. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Come on, get down. And he's safely on the green. Setting up here with a very long putt.
Looking for another birdie here.
That's frustrating. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Good putt that. Leading by a shot after that hole. Now we head to the famous par 5 6th, Rich. A lot of players are thinking birdie, maybe even eagle.
Out to the right, most definitely the widest part of the fairway, just left of the left-hand bunker out there. We'll leave a layup out to the right, and then you just have a short pitch on from there. This is a really solid birdie opportunity.
Going with the 5 wood. That's an absolute ripper. What a shot. Trying to get it to 4 under with this putt.
They can open up their wings after this if it goes in. This one goes for eagle.
So close to the eagle. And with that, that's their 4th birdie. And that will take him to 3 under. Looking at the scoreboard now, and this player is currently in top spot with Ricky Fowler in 2nd. Let's have a look at the 7th hole, a par 3.
Finally, you have a green that pitches back towards you ever so slightly, Luke, but still coming into it with a good 6-5 iron from 195 yards. It's still a difficult task to get it close.
Looks to be going with the 5 iron.
This player is making a statement with that approach shot. I think this rivalry with Ricky Fowler is really inspiring him to fire at those flags.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Firm back up the hill. This will be a good one.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And this putt coming up for his par. Still in the lead now after that hole. The par 4 8th, Rich, challenging tee shot and approach.
Love this tee shot here, Luke. The fairway camber is pretty good from right to left, kicking the golf ball towards that bunker. So make sure to take one less club off this tee. From there, you make sure that you take enough club for your second shot to carry the front edge. If not, that golf ball will come falling back off the green into the drink.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Setting up here from about 150 yards.
Looks to have opted for the 8 iron.
They've decided to club up.
Well, that's well played into birdie range here at the 8th. This putt is about 8 feet. That will drop and it will extend the lead. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. And now that finds him in first place. Let's take a look at the final hole on the front 9, the 9th, and what a tough tee shot it is.
It is it ever. Players want to avoid the bunker down the left-hand side, so inevitably they push it out to the right-hand side, into the rough, into the trees. Now they've got really very little chance of reaching the green in 2. So this is probably the most difficult tee shot on this front 9, and one they have to find the fairway with.
This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway. Sitting at -4, currently in the lead. Going with the 6-iron here. This is some ball striking. Hitting greens in regulation, it's a thing of beauty.
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar. Luke, the greens in regulation, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch.
That's tracking. And with that putt hold, it's back-to-back birdies.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Well, he's behind, just in second place, looking to leapfrog.
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. Here we go, Rich. In the lead, late in the championship. It's exciting.
Well, it's been great watching this player get the best of their rival, but still a long way to go until the end of this tournament. Let's see how it shakes out.
Well, this should be unpredictable. Don't know what you're going to get from the golfing gods here. Time for the second shot at the 10th. Choosing the 9-iron here. Hoping for a bounce here, preferably to the left. And not a bad approach. He'll be putting. There's 17 feet remaining to the hole.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today. And that will take him to 6 under. Our current leader is enjoying a 6-stroke advantage. The par 4 11th resembles the par 4 third, doesn't it? The big lake on the left-hand side.
It does. It just has a little more landing room here on the left-hand side, however. But if you lay back, be prepared to go in with a long iron. If you take the driver out and successful, you now turn this challenging hole into almost a birdie opportunity.
And he's down there.
Setting up here from about 145 yards. Launched that one into space. Wow.
Opting for the 9-iron. Yeah, that one's looking good. Oh, stop it. What a shot. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 10 feet from the cup.
If it's up, it could be in. Fair effort that. Good birdie. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. And the 12th hole, Rich, similar to the 4th hole. Arnold Palmer has really started to mimic front and back 9s.
He does. It's kind of the same thing. Out of bounds out to the right. You got to avoid both those bunkers there, both right and left. You find the fairway. Again, second shot slightly uphill to a green that sits above you. One of the big dangers here, though, is going long. That is a big no-no to miss it long on this 12th.
Well, that's a tremendous shot and sets up a wonderful opportunity.
I tell you what a sensational play. This player stepped up their game, a bold play, hopefully a bold reward.
This putt is for a share of second. Trying to get to 9 under for the event with this opportunity. This is a good chance. And that's a great putt for an eagle. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. Number 13, not a long hole by anyone's stretch, but the pond in front of the green really plays havoc.
It does, more so than it should. It's just a long iron or a hybrid off the tee. Find the fairway down the right-hand side, open up the angle for your second shot, and it's obvious you just don't want to miss your second shot right. So bail out to the left-hand side, make a par. Pretty simple. Oh, this one could be rinsed.
And here we are with their fourth. Seven feet to the cup. That's a good putt to hold for a bogey. Currently 8 under for the round. And another of the uphill par threes, the 14th, Rich.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course.
This one needs to kick left. That's a wonderful shot here at the 14th and sets up a chance for birdie. That's impressive. He just keeps extending his advantage over the field. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Our leader really starting to gap the field now. Their advantage is 9 shots. As we get into the closing stretch here at Bay Hill, the 15th, the par 4.
Strong par 4, dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
Yeah, that one will play. And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
Yeah, he's about 155 from this hole location. Wow, that drive. Incredible stuff. Over 300 yards. Huh.
And choosing the 8-iron here. This one looks to be heading towards the green. Outstanding approach shot.
Looking for back-to-back birdies here, Luke.
They make it. Now 10 under par. Just a handful of holes to go.
Whew, that is some pretty good breathing room out in front by a bunch.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. Give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round. Well, one of the great parts of the finish here of Bay Hills Club and Lodge, Rich, is the fluctuations in scoring, and it all starts here at the par 5 16th.
Luke, you got to take advantage of this par 5. It's just over 500 yards. Find the fairway. Don't flirt with either of those bunkers out there. Second shot should be with a middle to long iron to a green that's surrounded by water on the left and bunkers on the right. But still, it's a great opportunity to make 4 or better.
And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Yep, I've paced this. He's got around 195.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. Oh, come on, sit. Oh, what a shot by our leader. Trying to move to 12 under par with this putt.
They'll be soaring high if this goes in. This one for Eagle.
Ouch, that hurts. 6 feet remaining to the cup. Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard.
2 holes to go, Luke.
Can they hang on?
Yeah, give yourself a pat on the back. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 14 feet from the cup.
Well done. Take the birdie. Currently 12 under for the round. Rich, as we head to the finishing hole here at Bay Hill, a famous finishing hole, so much drama over the years, predominantly by the great Tiger Woods. But most of the drama starts off the tee.
It does. This is actually a semi-blind tee shot. There's a mound down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can't see the golf balls land, so players won't know whether they found the fairway or missed it right or even out on the left-hand side. Most iconic moments in all of golf, in my mind's eye, Robert Gomez holding his second shot here back in 1990 to claim the title.
Going with the 7. That's nicely done. And with this putt, he will win the event. Go on, get in the hole. And there's your Arnold Palmer Invitational champion. A stout performance on a very strong golf course.
And that was a performance that the King would have loved to have seen there, Luke. What a great win by this player.
And Henny, that was some impressive play to take down a rival of that caliber and to win the event. What a performance.
Luke, while they've been out on the golf course, I've been cooking. Here, smell this. We've got to eat up. It's some humble pie. We shouldn't ever have doubted them. There was some spectacular golf out there, and it was a pleasure to watch.
Well, on behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. .2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Players' Championship. Today's coverage is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm happy to be out here covering our feature group's play this week. We're in for a very entertaining time as there seems to be a rivalry starting between these two players.
Now, you can't out-Bubba Bubba, can you? There's nothing elementary about this, Watson, is there? Can't wait to see how this rivalry plays out, though. Well, this should find the short grass. From around 140 yards here.
Club up. I like this play.
A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the first.
You know what? That deserves a golf clap.
It's got a chance. Yes, they've made it.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
He's currently tied for first. The first of our birdie opportunities comes second, par 5.
Driver not necessarily required here because you have to shape your tee shot from right to left, and if you're a right-handed golfer, that's not the easiest thing to do. So lefties have a better opportunity, I think, of finding this fairway than most with driver. From there, a second shot over a long bunker to a green that's very narrow, dotted by pot bunkers. Truly is one of the coolest par 5s on this layout.
Opting for the 5-wood. Should find the green. And he's hit that inside the range. A big opportunity with an eagle putt. Ooh. Oh, almost an eagle. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Can't be too aggressive here. Take your medicine and move on. This is down the hill.
It's always good to cozy it up to the hole on a long putt, isn't it? And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Let's take a look at the par 3 third. Straight away mid-iron to short iron shot.
Par 3, just 177 yards from the back, but this green is always firm. Be wary of that.
Opting for the 6-iron. That might be one club too many. Oh, how good was that?
Already made a few birdies today, and this is another good look.
In she goes. Let's head to the next. And after that hole, leading Alex Noren by a stroke. Well, the fourth is another great example that it doesn't need to be a long par 4 to be a testing one. This fourth can be menacing, can't it?
Par 4, 384 yards from the back. A long snake-like bunker down the right-hand side to a cool little green with all sorts of movement on it. A very fun hole to play indeed.
Oh, absolutely flushed. Another birdie opportunity coming up for this player.
I tell you what, they're set up quite nicely through the first opening holes. Birdies galore.
That was wonderfully done. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Oh, what a lovely putt to make.
Setting the tone early in this round.
And now to Bubba Watson.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Oh, you know you want to.
Oh, just missed that one. Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. And after that hole, leading Alex Noren by 2 strokes. All right, Rich, the par 4 fifth. A strong hole this one, isn't it?
Par 4, 471 yards from the back. Drive it out to the left-hand side to give yourself the best angle for your second shot into this long, thin green.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
He's setting up here from about 115 yards.
Going with the 8-iron here. Yeah, a quality shot from him. He'll be pleased. This putt is about 16 feet.
Little birdie look in here.
Just didn't drop. You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one. And with that hole done, this player currently is in first place, followed by Will Zalatoris. That's not the one he wanted. Time for the second shot here at the 6th.
Now, Bubba's got nothing but respect for an approach shot like that. He really flushed that one.
This putt coming up is for birdie. It was on a good line. Oh, Rich, is there anything more disappointing setting up what you'd think is a makeable birdie putt, but unfortunately not able to convert? This is one of those lengthy putts. Good one just to get close. And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is up by 3 shots. As we go from a wonderful little par 4, we go to a challenging, longer par 4, the 7th.
Difficult par 4, 451 yards, water and sand all the way down the left-hand side. Hit it out to the right, find the green with your second, and sprint to the next hole, making 4.
Bit untidy, wasn't it? Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
They'll have to channel their inner Severiano Ballesteros here. This needs good hands.
Not your best effort, still a mid-range putt coming up. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Trying to get to 5 under with this putt.
Surely it's going to.
I like that kind of fight. That shows resilience.
Well, that was a fantastic effort getting it up and down out of that bunker for the birdie.
He's currently sitting in first place. The 8th hole, a long par 3 stretching 240 yards at its maximum. It's no sleeper, that's for sure.
I don't find anything sleepy about this hole. The front of this green is so narrow. There's no place to land it, especially when they put the flagstick there. This hole will grab your attention, as it should, because it's a long iron to a sliver of an opening. Even when they put the pin on the right-hand side, you want no part of it. The center of the green all day long here.
Trying to get it to move a little bit to the left here.
16 feet to the hole.
This for back-to-back birdies.
This one's tracking.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's feeling good, just birdied the last hole.
And from the bunker here, looking for an up and down. Let's take a look at the current standings. Our leader is up by 4 shots now. The front 9 at TPC Sawgrass finishes with a par 5, but not easy to get there in 2.
It is not. A big tee shot down the left center is required. Anything out to the right could catch that bunker and even fall into the water over there on the right. If you decide to go for it, you have to hit a fairway metal long iron high over some trees on the left-hand side to a very narrow green. The layup shot out to the right will make that third shot so much easier into this tiny green.
It's heading to the rough for mine. sitting at -6, currently in the lead. Good shot there, Beamer. And they'll tap this in for birdie. And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard. And that will take him to 7 under. Well, Rich, this is the pivotal final 9 coming up, and the players perfectly positioned. They've given themselves a chance.
Well, Luke, it's been fun watching this player duke it out with their rival, that's for sure. They're winning the rivalry thus far. Should be fun to see where these two end up at the end of the event.
Pretty good shot there.
Second shot here on the 10th hole. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. That's tidy. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Good look at a birdie here.
Surely it's going to.
Well, what a performance. 8 birdies on the card. And that will take him to 8 under. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. There's some birdie holes out on this course, and the 11th is certainly one of those, but there are some troublesome spots if you get out of play.
There definitely is trouble, but the thing I love about this hole the most, Luke, is that there's so many different ways to play it. Most players will take driver off the tee, but from there, now it's anybody's ball game. You don't have to go for the green on the second shot. You can lay it up over the left. You can lay it up over to the right. You can lay it up long left. There's so many different ways of attacking this hole. Each individual is going to do it differently. I love the second shot on this hole.
Handy effort, that one. Here we have the second shot into the 11th. Found the green side rough. Wow. That was handy holding out from there.
That was spectacular, Luke. Great work. Great shot.
And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. Well, the tee shot is all that matters on the short par 4 12th. Most players can reach the green. It's just a decision whether the player goes for it or not.
They can, but they better be aware that there's a lot of danger up there. Water left obviously is no good, but even bailing out to the right in those dunes, in the mounds, and little pot bunkers on top of those mounds, well, forget about it. That's not a good space either, especially since the green does run pretty hard from right to left. If you want to take this hole on with driver and expecting to make 3, well, you need to realize that a 5 and a 6 could be easily made as well.
Fairways and greens. Easy game, isn't it? And now to Bubba Watson.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
And back to the play, shall we? What's in front of them, Henny?
Setting up this putt 11 feet from the cup.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
A bit long on that one. 3 feet to go here to the hole.
He's got this for his par.
Well, with that good play, this person is now in first on the leaderboard, with Colin Morikawa in second. Going with the 7. Anywhere up on that dance floor would be nice. That's right out of the copybooks. Exquisite.
And as good as they putt, you almost have to guarantee this one.
Okay, steady now. Putting for a par now. Well hold. Let's move on. Now 7 strokes up after that hole. Plenty of trouble around this golf course. The 14th, the par 4, represents a number of that.
If you hit it down the left-hand side, the golf ball will chase a long way, but you'll be blocked out by some trees. You hit it out to the right, you're going to be on top of a mound, but you'll have a really good idea of what's in front of you. This hole historically plays as one of the toughest ones on the back 9. And it's all because of where that green sits. It sits from right to left with a decent amount of movement in it. It is not straightforward at all. This hole causes players all kinds of problems.
Yeah, good safe shot this one. That should find the surface. Terrific shot. And a chance for birdie coming up here at the 14th. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Good chance this one. Right on 6 feet. And he just keeps putting a gap on the rest of the field. What a putt to hole. Now at 11 under for the day. The par 4 15th again requires another strong tee shot because there's some trees in the way, Rich.
One of the more simple tee shots on the golf course, par 4, 470 yards. Just a little fade required off the tee to the fairway. The green sits up above the fairway a little bit, surrounded by a couple of bunkers, but I gotta say, I like this hole. It's straightforward, it's simple, before you head into the final 3.
Seems to have chosen the 3-wood.
This one needs to kick left and kick left hard.
Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there. Here's a chance to get to 12 under.
All right, guys. This for 2 birdies in a row. Oh, that was such a good stroke.
A couple of birdies on the bounce as they make a move with just a few holes to play.
What a great feeling being that far ahead with just 4 to play.
Currently in first position.
3 holes remaining, folks. Hang on to your hats. This is going to be a wild and woolly finish.
As we head to the 16th tee, the famous par 5 reached the start of the gauntlet.
Fun-filled adventure waits. Find the fairway, and let's see how brave you are. Do you want to take on the second shot and try and knock it on the green? Of course you do. But watch out. Lots of water awaiting a wayward second.
Well, there's a very good reason why he's leading this tournament, and that's Exhibit A.
Huge tee shot there, Luke. What a display of power.
Going with the hybrid. This one needs to kick left. Wow, what a shot. And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here. Starting to look really good.
And the birdie with big wings on the table here if they can make this one. Oh, just missed. Always nice when you can just go ahead and tap one in for birdie. Our leader is currently enjoying an 8-shot advantage.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on? Let's find out.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. Great looking shot, this. Oh, he's been putting on a clinic all day. Another beauty by our leader.
Another green in regulation. This is an absolute clinic.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Just 6 feet between he and the hole.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Right over the spot they were looking at.
Always nice to hold those for a birdie. Well, that's a phenomenal performance. The lead is now out to 10 shots. Incredible. And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action. And now this player tees off their final hole of the event with the lead. Well, if you find yourself in the fairway, Rich, at the final hole at TPC Sawgrass, you've obviously navigated a very tough shot. But there's just one more to play.
There's one final test. The second shot at 18. Water ever so close to the left-hand side. Green has a lot of movement from back to front. Find the right level. Give yourself a decent opportunity to make birdie. But par, never a bad score at the 18th at TPC Sawgrass.
That's a lovely shot here at the 18th and a chance for birdie at the last. Well, this has got an amazing ring to it. The Players' Champion.
It is a title that any player would kill to have, and I have to say this has been a killer afternoon. The amazing golf, the players firing it on all cylinders, going for everything they possibly could. I gotta say, what a finish, what a champion. This will go down in history as one of the best Players' Championships ever.
Well, Rich, after that hot start, it's probably little surprise that this player powered through to victory.
Luke, that was the performance of a lifetime. Hats off. They dominated the gas.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's goodbye for now. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Valspar Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth. And it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke and Rich. Looking forward to following these two players again as they reignite their rivalry. I have a feeling we'll be in for some more exciting golf as these two battle it out.
Well, we've got an exciting match coming your way, so stick around and let's see who wins it. Quality shot, that one. Playing from around 230 yards.
Puff of wind blowing right to left.
Going with a 3-wood here.
Really controlled the flight there nicely with that wind.
Putting for a birdie with big wings. Oh, that's a ripper.
Nothing like setting the tone early for the rest of the day with that opening eagle. What a start.
Currently 2 under for the event. Water is a feature here at the Copperhead course of Innisbrook Resort, Rich, and it comes into play at the second.
Downhill tee shot. You want to keep your tee shot out to the right as best you can to take out the trees that hug the left-hand side. Green sits well above the player's second shot. They won't see how close they hit it from the fairway.
That's a big drive. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
This is looking around 115 yards out. All right, going with a little bit more club. Let's see.
Nicely done. And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
Ooh, right by the hole. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. Good looking putt. Solid par putt, that. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. Rich, it's a challenge, to say the very least, the third hole.
Yes, most players aren't going to take out driver as they just want to lay it back of the water that creeps out on the right-hand side. From there, it shortens up the second shot, believe it or not, to a green that pitches from right to left fairly severely. Your misses can't be out to the right with your second shot. That is a no-no.
Well, that's a handy shot. And they're playing from about 140 yards out.
Puff of breeze moving this golf ball left to right.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. Always nice to have a birdie putt. Oh, get in. That's a big time putt, that one. And their rival knows it too. They heard the cheers. And at the end of that hole, he's gone into clear outright leader. The fourth hole, the first of the par threes on the property, and you've got to be dialed in on your number.
This is a challenging par three, no doubt about it, Luke. This green pitches from right to left and from front to back, making it almost impossible to get it super close unless you have a perfect number into this par three.
Looks to be going with the 6-iron. Come on, get a good bounce to the left. Now that looked pretty good the whole way. A good chance to take it even deeper here. This putt's for 4 under.
This for a birdie run.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Just a short putt remaining here. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
Birdied their last hole.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Still in the lead now after that hole. Stretching out over 600 yards means the par 5 fifth is no snack.
It is. Luke, I rarely say that par 5s on the PGA Tour are challenging, but this is definitely one of them. It's an uphill tee shot and a second shot that is downhill, moving from right to left, that's completely blind for these players. There is a tree about 100 yards out, which is going to be something they aim at when they lay up. Third shot, though, is very basic, down the hill to a fairly flat green surrounded by some bunkers. More than likely, most players are going to have to lay it up on this par 5.
Oh, that was pure. And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Let's catch up with Harold Varner.
Wind is blowing right to left here, and they're going to go ahead and ride the wind back to this pin.
This one might need to set. Let's get back to it, shall we? Sitting at 3 under par. Currently in top spot.
Yikes!
That was brilliant. Didn't even think you'd get on the green from there. Putting for birdie here.
This is on a stupendous line.
Nice judge's speed. Easy par, that. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. The tee shot also critical here at the par 4 6th at 455 yards.
This is probably the hardest fairway to hit on the PGA Tour, Luke. This fairway cambers from right to left at a pretty good clip. And unless you work your tee shot from left to right, a high, soft shot, you're not going to find the fairway. This is almost impossible. The second shot will be from an awkward stance where the ball is above you or below you to a green that's perched a little bit above the players. Thankfully, though, it's a very flat green.
This shot is about 140 yards out. Currently leading by 2. This is looking pretty good in the air. That was a beauty. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
The perfect leave. Uphill, can be firm.
Wonderful shot. And that will take him to 4 under. He sits in first position. Standing on the 7th tee, players get to breathe a sigh of relief having the 6th behind them.
You know, Luke, this is sneaky hard, to be fair. You don't need driver, and so you might get lulled to sleep a little bit by taking 3-wood out just for position. Any misses to the right or the left are going to be blocked out by some pretty gnarly trees. The green tilts from right to left ever so slightly, and watch out for those deep bunkers fronting this green. They'll grab your golf ball in a hurry.
Playing this shot from 120 yards. He's got a 2-stroke buffer. Going with the pitching wedge here. Should find the green here. Tell you what, they've got their rhythm going there. That's another green in reg.
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
That wasn't your best effort, was it? You know, Luke Donald once made all 400-plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour.
This for par.
This would be a great up and down from this spot. And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. Well, if you haven't felt snake bitten already, the 8th at 230 yards, Rich, will certainly get you.
Everybody loves a 230-yard par 3, don't we, Luke? They're just wonderful, wonderful designs, and I'm laughing because this is nearly impossible. This green is just a sliver up there. A high shot moving a little bit from left to right is an absolute must on this par 3.
Opting for the 3-wood.
Nicely done.
A chance to move to 5 under par. Oh, so close. Big putt for par coming up. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. Ball striking continues to be the order of the day as the players arrive on the 9th tee, a par 4.
Yes, just thread those bunkers off the tee shot somehow with a driver. Second shot is going to be straight back up the hill. And once again, with the pin position over on the right-hand side, players will be unable to see where their golf ball pitches. This is a quality par 4.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
He's got roughly 105 yards here.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron.
Oh, this is on a fantastic line. Is it the right distance?
Why don't we catch up with the V-man, Harold Varner III.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
5 feet coming up to the cup. Oh, he's on fire today, building upon his lead, hole after hole. And that will take him to 5 under. Oh, this is a precarious position, if you don't mind me saying, Rich. They have the lead, but there's plenty chasing with just 9 to play.
Yeah, but I like the position. I like being out in front. That forces the other players to come catch you. I like their position.
Henny, what's the player facing here?
He's got, I'd say, a solid 145 here. He really got that one out there. Fantastic drive.
And choosing the 8-iron here.
Well, he means business. Coming out, hitting shots like that against HV3. I think Harold's just as surprised as I am.
Okay, time to return to the action. A chance for a birdie if this goes down.
This is looking solid, what they wanted.
You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. Very few parts of the golf course make you feel comfortable, but chance of birdie at 11.
Finally, we have a birdie hole. Just avoid that bunker down the left-hand side. Find the right-hand side of the fairway. And you can go ahead and chase one up there. Even if you can't get it on the green in 2, that front bunker is not a bad leave. But beware, there are some trees over on the right-hand side that could block you out.
Sitting at 6 under for the day. Currently in the lead. Well, that's certainly showcasing all their talents there. That's impressive.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and get rewarded for it.
Looking really good. Well, that was a beauty. That had eyes to the whole way. And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play. Oh, that was a touch of class. Wouldn't mind seeing that again.
They got their putting boots on here. Look at how this ball rolls end to end. Thing of beauty.
Now 5 shots up after that hole. Well, a birdie's also in your heart, standing on the 12th tee. A short par 4, Rich. Decisions to be made?
Just a long iron or a hybrid for this tee shot here, Luke. Second shot, you're coming in with some kind of short iron to a green that's protected by a deep bunker in the front.
Time for the second shot at the 12th.
Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
Just a 4-footer remaining.
This is their look at birdie.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's sitting there in the rankings at 4th.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Our leader is up by a whopping 6 shots now. Lucky 13 for some. This par 3 plays 200 yards.
Luke, I've never seen a green in golf repel more golf balls than the 13th here at Innisbrook. It's like it's made out of Gore-Tex. Golf balls just don't stay on it. It is really one of the hardest shots at this Innisbrook golf course.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here. We need this one to bounce right. Okay, that'll work.
Would need something special to happen to get the birdie here.
Ooh, a couple of birdies on the bounce. Look who's on a roll.
Back-to-back birdies, move in the right direction there, Luke.
Moments like that deserve another look.
Now this is how you putt. Take another look at this.
Sitting at 10 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 under par for the day. The second of the back 9 par 5s, Rich 14. There's plenty to it.
Only the biggest hitters in the game can reach this one in 2, so any tee shot just out to the right is ideal. That way it leaves an easier shot out to the left for your layup. The third shot will be going downhill to a green that tilts from back to front, guarded by a deep bunker over on the left-hand side. If you find the fairway with your second shot, you've got a really good chance to hit your third in there close.
That's a good-looking shot there. Oh, I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in 2.
2 big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
That's a high-quality recovery shot.
Such soft hands.
This one's for birdie. And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And he's down there. You got a read?
Setting up this putt 18 feet from the cup.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Our current leader is enjoying an 8-stroke advantage. The long par 3 continues to be a feature here at the Copperhead course, and 15's no different.
It is. Thankfully, though, this is the flattest green, or one of the flattest greens on the golf course here. It's basically just a long iron down the hill to this flat green, but don't miss it left. That is no good.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. This looks to be heading to the green. That's a great shot here at the 15th and sets up a look for birdie. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
9 feet to the cup.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
Well, that's a nice line. And that's 8 birdies today.
And a nice feeling it must be to have that sizable of a lead coming down the stretch.
Well, as you enter the dreaded snake pit here at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich, you know where you stand on the 16th tee.
This tee shot forces your hand. You must take it down the right-hand side in order to have a good look at this green for your second shot. Any misses out to the left, you're going to find the trees and all sorts of trouble.
Well, you can see why he's leading. That was a shot of high caliber. Well, that was absolutely met. Great strike. Lining up from around 160 yards. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Oh, they'd love a little bounce to the right here. Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
That was a gallant attempt. Putting for a par here. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
Looks like they've got the 5-wood. Oh, this would be handy if it could bounce right. Oh, that was fantastic. What a shot from the leader.
It's amazing to see how good this player is in full flow.
Trying to move to 13 deep here with this putt.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Look at him just surging ahead at the top of the leaderboard. And after that hole, this player is ahead by a whopping 10 strokes. And this is quite an astonishing performance by our leader. Their advantage now out to double digits. I'm not sure if the chase back is good enough to catch them. Well, this is when the adrenaline really starts to kick in. Leading the tournament with the final hole to play. Good luck. Well, I like the look of the line here. This should find the fairway. Well, that's right out of the top draw. A great shot from our leader. Wow. There's a lot of power in that one. Bombed. This one is right down the pipe. Oh, that's a great approach shot. This is always a good moment. A putt to win the tournament.
Yep, tracking that.
And there's your Valspar Championship champion, Rich. What a week.
Absolutely. Great playing all week long. Must say it was a hard-fought but well-earned victory.
And as we recap the day's results, it's a big thank you to Henny for bringing us all the action today.
Oh, it was a pleasure to be able to follow the action out there today, Luke.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Valero Texas Open is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hey Luke and Rich, I'm looking forward to treading the fairways again with these two because they were absolute fire the first time round, and I have a feeling that after their exchanges on social media, it'll be even more spicy out here.
Who delivers when it matters most? That's the joy of any rivalry, and this is a good one to win. Nicely done. TPC San Antonio, Rich, is one of the stern tests on the PGA Tour, and you get an examination right out of the gates.
Second shot on this golf course, Luke, is one of the most difficult on this golf course. A deep bunker out to the right. The green runs away on the right-hand side. A tiny target for sure with the second shots.
Going with the 8-iron here.
They're going with a bit more club here. Let's see if it was the right call.
Well, that's a lovely approach and sets up a birdie opportunity here at the first. That's frustrating. A par putt awaits. Well, that's a no-fuss par to get the round underway, Rich.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole played.
That is right down the sprinkler line.
Second shot on the second.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
And here we are with the third shot. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Lining up the birdie putt here. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. And now over to Justin Rose.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
And as the scorecard suggests, heading up the leaderboard. Rich, let's head to the par 3 third, the first of our shorter holes.
You really hope that the wind is not blowing into your face on this tee shot and making it that much more difficult and longer. This green's perched up high. There's runoffs all around the left-hand side and the back portion of it, and obviously you want no part of coming up short. Players that find this green will find it difficult to two-putt as there's lots of humps and bumps and swales in it.
Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt.
That would be back-to-back birdies for this player.
Let's return to live play now. 12 feet to the cup coming up.
Looking for another birdie here.
Ouch, that hurts. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. The fourth is one of the stronger par 4s at TPC San Antonio, stretching 485 yards.
This is a very narrow driving area, especially where that fairway bunker comes into play down the left-hand side. Second shot is to a green that runs from right to left. with a deep bunker down the left-hand side. Anything missed out to the right is no bargain either, as there is a runoff area out to the right-hand side. This is a difficult par 4.
Playing this shot from about 180 yards. One stroke off the lead. Opting for the 5-iron. This one looks to be on a pretty good line. Yeah, well played. Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
Luke, I gotta say, I don't like their chances. I have been wrong once before, but I really can't remember when that was.
All right, you'll make it the next time. In she goes. Let's head to the next. The 5th is one of the shorter par 4s on the property, right on 400 yards.
Players must make a decision whether to go for it or lay up short of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. This green is perched above the players ever so slightly, and there's a spine running right through the center of it with a low area on the left-hand side. No matter whether you go for it or you lay up, this is a wonderful birdie opportunity.
Second shot here on the 5th. How close was that to going down? Putting hasn't been the strength today. Hopefully that can change right here. Ooh. It's just about 3 feet away. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. And after that hole, the standings have this player in second place, behind Tiger Woods. Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
Players must find the fairway, avoiding that bunker down the right-hand side, but from there, second shot is up the hill to a green that runs away from the players ever so slightly, but still going in with a short iron into this par 4. A birdie is definitely makeable.
That's heading for the fairway.
Luke, that did not end up where you said it was going to. It's in the rough.
Sitting at 1 under the card, tied for second place.
What an escape artist. That was a horrible lie.
Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. Well, the old hammer hands putt. This putt to move into a tie for first. Hey, that's a chance. And there it is. Currently 1 under for the tournament.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
The par 3 7th, Rich, has this big cavernous bunker that sits right in the front center of the green.
And it's a triple tier green as well, Luke. It shares it with the 3rd hole. Anything missed out to the right will be fine, although you'll be in a low area that will be difficult to get it super close. But yes, you must avoid the bunker on the left-hand side. It is cavernous, as you say.
Just needs this one to kick right. Not a bad play, that one. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
This one will run uphill.
Oh, just missed. Putting for par. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. And now over to Justin Rose.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Trailing by a stroke after that hole. Here we have a long par 5. Oh, that was pummeled. Great drive. Second shot here on the 8th. Wonderfully played. Getting ready to play their third. Just one stroke back in this tournament. Playing their 4th shot. Just one shot back now. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
An important par save.
They're nicely holed. And the entire field looks up at that familiar sight and sees the name of Tiger Woods on top. The closing hole on this front 9 at TPC San Antonio is a strong par 4. Well, Rich, in the thick stuff here, not a good spot to be. Seems to have chosen the 3-wood.
Nice out the rough here.
It's fair to say that wasn't their best shot.
Yeah, it took a bit too much club on that one.
Didn't that look good for a long time? And he needs this to save par. Looking good. Oh, a little bit of a rush of blood by the looks of it. And down it goes. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. Well, Rich, as we make the turn to the back 9, what are your thoughts so far?
2 down, 9 to go. I gotta say, I like this player's chances.
You like that, didn't you? And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Setting up here from about 155.
Going with the 7. Well, this one's going right at the flag. Left yourself an opportunity. Trying to get to 1 under here with this putt. Be the ball, Danny. No. Just need to pull the putter back a little bit further, I think.
I think he gave that one too much respect. They didn't want to hit it too hard and go racing past the hole.
What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
He's paced it, he's read it. It's time. Little 27-footer.
And a very familiar sight. Tiger Woods on top of the leaderboard. Another birdie opportunity lies at the par 4 11th, but players must navigate the fairway bunkers.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots, as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
And this shot here coming up from around 130 yards. 2 strokes off the lead. Seemed to lose the handle on that shot.
Lots of greens in regulation today for this player, Luke. This is a surprise, missing this one.
Ooh, that almost went down. A 7-footer right here. Not a bad line, this. And down she goes. And all of them are chasing Tiger once again as we move to the next. We'll reach this par 4 12th, really challenging, especially around the green.
This tee shot is underrated and difficulty-wise. This is not an easy tee shot as this fairway pitches from left to right. You want to skirt the bunker down the left-hand side as best possible to find the fairway. Second shot from there goes straight uphill and surrounded by 2 of the deepest bunkers on the golf course. As they say, Luke, everything is bigger in Texas, and these bunkers are proof of that.
Not the result they were after there.
And coming up well short.
This is from miles away.
This is what they have left for par here.
Even for the day, in a share of second spot. This is a par putt. It's tracking. It was on a good line. Putting for bogey here. And that putt'll drop. Well done. 13's a long par 3, measuring 245 yards, Rich, but it is playing downhill.
Downhill to a sliver of a green, however. Anything missed out to the right will leave a very challenging pitch shot to a green that'll sit well above them. You come up short, and those bunkers, well, that's no bargain either. A 3 here, well, you done good.
Well, this will be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2. right by the hole. The putt drops, and we're moving on. And now over to Justin Rose.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
It's time to check on the leaderboard. Tiger Woods back in his familiar spot, currently on top of the leaderboard here. What do you think of the 14th, Rich? A par 5, 575 yards.
This is a really good par 5 here, Luke. Tee shot wants to favor the right-hand side of the fairway, if at all possible, shortening the hole some 20 yards. Second shot must avoid those fairway bunkers down the right and on the left-hand side. A narrow opening to this green should players go for it in 2.
Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? This putt for a spot in the top 5. Oh, nice looking putt. That's inside the range. Step aside, gents. This man's marching into the top 5. Just one off the lead after that hole.
Well, now things have gotten interesting. Closing the gap.
As we start heading for home, Rich, we find ourselves on the tee at the 15th.
Could be the hardest hole on the golf course, Luke. Tee shot must avoid that bunker down the right-hand side. Second shot is to a green that's perched above the fairway and surrounded by 4 bunkers that are mean. This hole could make or break a player's day.
This shot coming from around the 150-yard marker. Currently a shot off the lead. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Oh, I like that strike. This one's heading well towards the green. Yep, that one's on the dance floor. You can 2-putt that for sure. And this putt to move into first place.
With 3 holes to go, it's a good position to be in.
Okay, steady now. And this putt is to move into a share for the lead.
Wants to make it with just 3 holes remaining.
And that putt drops, now 1 under, heading to the stretch.
Oh, this is getting interesting, Luke. Who wants it more?
He's currently in a share of top spot.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Outstanding shot. High quality. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Well, Rich, you think they can make this one?
Luke, I really don't think this is going to happen. But you know what? I've been wrong before, and it could happen again.
Now that's how you roll the rock.
That's a lovely putt to make for birdie. Take some pride in that one. And that will take him to 2 under. And now we have this player currently sharing top spot on the leaderboard with the legendary Tiger Woods. second shot here on the 17th hole. Just 3 feet to the cup.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
And now over to Justin Rose.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
That's a poor lie. Will he be able to get out of here?
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the sand.
And after that effort, that's how it looks. Reached the finishing hole here at TPC San Antonio. Very famous with that creek meandering up through the last half of it. It's a great par 5.
Only the bravest of the brave will be going for this green in 2. Just a tee shot down the left-hand side and a layup, a difficult one at that, up the right-hand side. You must avoid the bunkers and the water with your second. Third shot past the creek to a green that sits above you that has 3 distinct tiers on it. Getting it close here requires a deft touch.
Big moment here. If he gets this up and down, he'll win the event. Oh, that one just missed the hole. All right, let's keep the focus here. This is to win the event. When you're good enough to tame TPC San Antonio, you deserve to don the cowboy boots and big champion's hat. Congratulations to our Valero Texas Open winner.
Time to take those out and do a little two-stepping on to the next tournament. Luke, what a win here in Texas.
Well, Henny, when they came into this rivalry, we weren't sure if they were going to be good enough to win the battle. They not only won that, they won the war.
Yes, Luke, we doubted them, but they got the job done and they took down their hero. The rivalry is theirs and theirs alone, and they can boast about this on social media for, well, weeks now.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now.